Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. Today I'm in the beautiful Durango, Colorado, and I thought it'd be a perfect place to bring you a little short training message. Now, one of the things I like most about my job as being a coach is working with highly motivated people every single day. Come into my office, sit down, discuss their goals, often crazy ass goals that they want to complete. Then we get them a personalised training program together, and then they go off. It's such an awesome part of my job, feeding off these people's amazing energy and ideas. The thing that frustrates me the most though is when I get a training program set up for an athlete, they go away and then they just don't do it. It's just so frustrating that these people come in, set these training programs up, have this goal set in stone, but then they don't do the work to achieve it. Now, your training program can be set up by 100 of the world's top sports scientists, strength and conditioners, nutritionists. You have the best program in the world, but if you don't get out and do the work, your training program's not going to work. That shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. But often I'll have people come back into my office after a month or 2 months and wondering why they're not getting any better. And we look at their training diary and they've only done 10% of what's been programmed. The other 90% has been either just not done it or done something completely different, often just junk training. Some of the classic examples of sessions and excuses. These athletes just come up with excuses why they didn't do their training, whatever it is. Might have an interval session. I couldn't be bothered doing the interval session, so I just went out for a ride with a friend. What did you do on the ride with a friend? Oh, we just chatted away and just cruised around. That's not going to improve your anaerobic threshold. The whole idea of that interval session was to improve your anaerobic threshold. This is why when the pace kicks up in a race, you're straight out the back door because you don't have that anaerobic threshold. That's why I put it in there. Rehab and gym work, classic examples here. I couldn't be bothered doing my rehab work today because it's boring. What's boring is not being able to compete in your event because your injury keeps flaring up. Rehab work's so important. If you don't do your rehab now, you're not going to be able to do anything later on down the track. Other classic examples, technique work. I couldn't be bothered doing technique, so I just went out for a run with a friend. What did you do on that run with a friend? We just smashed each other up the hills. It's just come back. You need to work on your technique. That's why it's in your training program. That's what's going to give you the biggest benefit. You need to do it. So, no matter what the excuses are, you need to get out there and focus on your training program. Because remember, if you've got a personalised training program set up, it's personalised to you. Now, often it's hard to see, why do I need to be doing this, this and this? If you're not 100% sure about why your coach has given you a particular session, ask. That's what we're here for. I really like it when I get questions from athletes saying, why have you got me doing this session? Why can't I go and do this? And I'll explain every time because it's not a secret. I'm not keeping secrets from my athletes. Some people really want to know the why behind their training. Others couldn't give a damn. They just want their training program and they'll go out and do it. Others need to know a little bit more. So if you're one of those people that need to know more, ask and we will tell you. And then hopefully with that knowledge, it'll get you out there getting into that training program. If you've worked with an exponential performance coach in the past, you know that we use the Training Peaks software. And Training Peaks is really good because I have a coaching account as a coach. And when I log on and see selected athlete, I can go onto their account and instantly see how their training's going. And what happens is if the athlete has completed the training session within 10% of what I programmed, that session will come up green. If it's within 10, and I think it's 15%, either plus or minus, it'll come up yellow. And then if it's outside of that 15% plus or minus, just haven't done it or done something different, the session will come up red. Now I can see at a blink of an eye on some athletes' profiles how much training they're doing. It's great. I'll go into some athletes' training programs and it will be completely 100% green. Every single session's ticked off. And this is one because they've either just done the session, or if they haven't been able to do the session, or they're not feeling very well, they're tired, they need a different session for that day, they ran out of time at work or whatever it is, they've given me a call, text, email, or whatever it is, we've gone in, changed that session so that they can get the most out of their training time for that particular day, and then they've gone and done that session. Now it should be no surprise to anyone out there that these are the athletes that are continually improving, setting personal bests and achieving their goals all the time. The second type of athlete that I'll often see, you'll go into their Training Peaks account, there'll be a few green sessions, then there'll be some yellow ones and a couple of red ones. These athletes usually cruise along, doing alright, doing most of their training, not doing anything special, not breaking any personal bests or whatever. Then the third type of athlete that's completely frustrating for me is you go into their Training Peaks account and it's red, yellow, yellow, maybe a green session here and there. Like I say, about 10% of the training actually gets done. Athletes like this, there's probably not much point them having a personalised training program if they're not going to do it. You're probably better off keeping the money in your pocket, to be perfectly honest. However, if this is something that you enjoy, going out, cruising around, training when you feel like it, heading out with friends, whatever it is, I highly suggest you keep doing that if that's something that you enjoy doing. But if you're serious about improving your performance, whatever that performance level is, achieving your goals, then you really need to pay particular attention to your training program and do the sessions outline. Just remember, if you don't work, your training program's not going to work. So get out there, get into it, and make that training program work for you.